Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at the importance of groove and what actually is groove. Okay, it's something that's very, very important in music, but it can be a little bit ambiguous. Alright, so groove is probably the most important element for a new band's or any band's performance. Alright, it's one that a lot of amateur bands can sometimes struggle with. Okay, groove is created by locking in with the other instruments. All right? That means playing in time, playing the correct feel. Okay. If you're not locking in with the other instruments, it becomes very obvious. Okay. If your bass isn't locking in with the drums, if your rhythm section isn't playing in time, then it means no matter how good the vocalist or the lead performer is, it will never be a good performance. Okay. Your rhythm section, that's the instruments that are not taking lead roles, has to have a solid foundation and be playing tight together. That means in time with the correct feel. Okay? So the groove is what gives the song personality, all right, and drives it forward. The groove is like the DNA of the song. Okay? So, groove is the sense of rhythmic feel created by the interaction of the instruments played in the band's rhythm section. Alright? This implies that each member plays complementary patterns. Alright? If you've got two guitars, your guitar 1, if they're playing quavers, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and guitar 2 cannot play quavers again. They're not complementary patterns. They need to be different patterns. Right? The whole point about playing different patterns is when they're played on top of each other, they integrate well and they complement each other. Right? Identical patterns will not complement each other. Okay? When the band's rhythm section plays complementary patterns on top of each other, they create the tonal framework of the song. This is the DNA of the song. This is what the singer will then sing on top of. If the band's rhythm section is tight, the groove is tight, they're playing complementary patterns, then the singer can sing on top of it, and that's the recipe for a successful performance. All right? So, just to give you an example of this, I've got the Pro Tools session for a guy called William Bell's performance of Never Like This Before. Okay, it consists, if we have a look at our mix window, we can see we've got the drum kit mic'd up, we've got a tambourine, we've got a bass, we've got a B3 organ, we've got guitar 1, guitar 2, backing vocals and main vocals. Okay, so basically every instrument apart from the vocals is classed as the band's rhythm section. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're just going to have a listen to an instrument at a time. Basically, I'll just play the start of the song for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Okay, so it's pretty tight, great groove, great rhythm, great feel. Alright, now let's just have a look at the two guitar parts and just have a listen what they're actually doing. I'm going to solo guitar 1 and then I'm going to bring in guitar 2 and you'll actually hear they're playing complementary, so different patterns. Okay, here we go. Here's okay, so you can hear they're playing different parts, all right? And both of them work very well together. They integrate nicely together. They complement each other nicely, okay? I'm going to do the same thing. This time I'm going to bring in the two guitars, the organs, the tambourine, and the bass, all right? And have a listen. No one's playing the identical part. They're playing complementary patterns that when they're played with each other, they integrate very nicely and they create the groove. They create the DNA of the song. All right? Okay, so very, very solid groove happening there. Now, if we bring in the drums, that sets up a fantastic framework for the vocalists to sing on top of. It's tight, great groove, great sound.
Enough. It's like I never, oh, I never like this before. Let me tell you about your love, baby. Shaking that baby. Man, reckon I'm on strong as a tree root, sweet like candy soup. Come on, say it, child. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? Do it, baby. I've been kissed.
Okay, great example of groove. All right, so you can hear groove is the sense of rhythmic feel created by the interaction of the instruments played in the band's rhythm section. This implies each member plays complementary, different patterns which are lined up in time to build an integrated, repeated, rhythmic and tonal framework for the song. In other words, it's the DNA of the song, the characteristic sound.